Before we go on, the Mask of Smiles, and I mentioned Johnny Thunders before. Of course, Thunders lays down some guitar on the track No Breaks, and you reference him in Downtown, Johnny Thunders on the radio, but you can't put your arms around a memory. Had you struck up a friendship with Thunders? And it makes me want to ask if you in fact saw the Dolls when they played London in the early 70s?
No, I didn't. That was before my time, or I wasn't aware of it. Frankie LaRocca, I knew about the Dolls. A lot of my girlfriends around that point knew about the Dolls for some reason. They like women like the Dolls. But Frankie LaRocca, the late great Frankie LaRocca, the drummer, he turned me on to Johnny as a talent all in his own right. And you know, I mean, if you look back at Johnny's life, he lived it to the max, you know, and he was an icon. It was a truthful thing. I mean, from all accounts, he was a complete pain in the ass. He was junked out of his head, blah, 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 blah. But put him on stage, and it's like watching, it's like kabuki theater or something. But it's like got Shakespeare in it. And it's Jean-Paul Sartre, you know, it's like everything is happening at once. And he could drop dead in the middle of a song, you know. And he was, you know, iconic to me. I called his manager, or I can't remember how I did it. But I said, hey, Johnny, if you want to come down and play, I'll give you $1,000 in cash. You know, we're in Clinton Studios in Hell's Kitchen. And he showed up, you know, and I sent everybody home. We went in the studio and cut the track. You know, it was really painful. You know, when he died, Steve Marriott died when I was in the mixing of the second Bad English record. And then 2 weeks later, Johnny died. And I threw the towel in. I think at that point, I was thinking about maybe staying in Bad English. But when Johnny died, as well as Steve Marriott, I thought, fuck it. You know, this is a message. I've got to get out of here now. You know, and I did. But
some of his acoustic material is so underrated. Have you ever considered covering one of his tunes on a Wooden Heart release?
Yeah, you know, the obvious choice would be You Can't Put Your Arms Around a Memory, but Guns N' Roses did it, and it's the most cohesive, articulate thing that he did. It was the nearest he got to a pop single. It's a beautiful song though, but it's been done. So let Johnny have the. Actually, when I was in New Orleans about 8 years ago, I went to the St. Peter House where he died just to pay tribute, really, and saw the room where he passed, and you know, closed the door on it. But
I think it's just gone really 30 years as well. I think the anniversary.
Really?
Just last weekend.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, but you know, what a way to go. You know, he wouldn't have been any good if he wasn't what he was. That's the thing. If you saw Johnny coming, Johnny was coming. You know, it wasn't like one of those things like he went backstage and changed clothes. He lived it, you know. But you can only live it to a certain degree like that and live for so long. He burned very brightly.
Too fast to live, too young to die.
Exactly. He was, I think he was about 4 days younger than me or older than me. We're the same age. So it's all very poignant, you know.